Hi guys, this is Joe and welcome back to On the Road with Acklam Car Centre, and today I'm in the amazing Lamborghini Urus 2022 22 registration with 700 miles on the car, going live as we speak. Now this is an outstanding vehicle. There's a few things on this car I want to show you, tell you about how the way the car drives and just the overall vibe of what the car actually does and feels like. So to start this car, it's very fancy. You lift this beautiful red little lever here, you press the start button, and then you get that instant sound. Now, this being a 22 model, it is a facelifted model, the most up-to-date version. It's a supercar SUV, that's what we're talking. But I wanted to start off by showing you a couple of features. Now, from inside the vehicle, you can see there's lots of switches and buttons, which I'll go through with. But to get the car moving and to put it in the first gear, there's paddles behind the steering wheel, which is attached to the steering wheel. And to put it in first gear, you press the paddle on the right-hand side and it'll put it in drive mode, ready to go, which I'm going to do now. Now, I will show you the different drive modes on the left-hand side here, the anime switch button here. Now, you've got the normal and different drive modes. You've got the road, you've got sport, you've then got track. And by just changing them, you'll hear the tone of the exhaust change. It just makes a different growl altogether. Now, from the front, the car's absolutely amazing. It's a Lamborghini, so you'll see features exactly as you'd expect it. It's very aggressive, it's bonkers really. It's lines that shouldn't work, but they absolutely do, because it's, for me, like an Aventador, just SUV version. But I'm about to approach a speed bump. Now, in an Aventador or Huracan, you couldn't take that comfortably and you have to really just creep over it. But in this car, being the SUV, you can drive it every day. It is such a comfortable car, but the biggest benefit of this Lamborghini Urus is you can drive it around the city centres, the town centres, the speed bumps, and it's super comfortable, as in there's no danger. You've also got air suspension as standard, which you can feel the difference straight away. I've driven Aventadors and Huracans and a lot of other supercars, and yes, they're brilliant, and you almost sort of forget the fact that you've broke your back when you get out, because it's that stiff and hard. This one, it's comfortable. I love the way this car looks. It's more suited to me because I have kids, and you know what? You can see 4 passengers in here comfortably, and everyone can enjoy the ride with you and travel together, and it's them little things that sometimes makes all the difference. But again, going back to the front, you've got the LED style lighting system, the beautiful arrowed daytime running lights, full LED like adaptive headlight system as well. You've then got them huge, and I mean huge, air intakes, but that's needed because this 4-litre V8 bi-turbo producing 650 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds is pretty impressive, so you need lots of air just getting sucked in. But again, it's the sharp angles around the air inlets, around the bumper corners. Now this one's in a beautiful metallic Nero black, which is a great colour. And then you'll spot parts of it, like the arch kit, the front apron, the corners. It has the full black styling kit on it, which is exclusive, but also looks very, very well on the black car because it all just blends in together and looks uniformed. You then come to the side of the car, you'll see the 23-inch upgraded alloy wheels, again in shiny black. On a black car, them black wheels, everything again just looks absolutely fabulous, looks mega. If I was to build a Lamborghini and my favourite colour was black, that's exactly how I'd do it, because I'd want that full theme. If you look behind the wheels, you've got the biggest production brake discs ever made. They are huge, carbon fibre brakes, I mean, they're massive. But again, with all that power, you need stopping power. But then if you look at the lines down the side of the car, just over the arches and the rear arches, you'll just see all the sharp lines and angles. It's nothing short of amazing. Now remember, this is a coupe-styled SUV. The first thing I noticed in this car, because from the outside of the vehicle, you almost expect the car to be low down, not really an SUV. Genuinely, I'm actually quite surprised how high I'm sat. I'm sat quite high up. And I like that because I've always been in big SUVs, and I just like to be on a level where you've got lots of glass, visibility is great, you can sort of see exactly what's going on around you. And this does that, but from the outside, you wouldn't think that at all. And also, with a sloping back, you'd expect to lose a lot of headroom. More than enough for anybody in there, and I mean anybody. Well, on the back of the car, you'll see you've got the LED style rear lighting system again, the dynamic LED indicators. Obviously, this car's got the full 3D 360 surround camera view system, so there's cameras dotted about around the vehicle. automatic tailgate, which then takes me onto the boot space. There isn't many supercars, SUV supercars, that has this sort of boot space. Now, don't get me wrong, I can list a long line of SUVs that are now on the market, which are very powerful, which are great cars. Like, there's loads. There's the SVRs, and there's the Porsche Cayenne turbos, and the SQ8. Of course there is, but this is a Lamborghini at the end of the day, and that makes a difference. It's not just the branding, but it is. It's a Lamborghini. It growls differently. It's got a panache about it. It's mega. But the boot space is there, so you can go away for the weekend. You can take the kids out. You can go shopping in it. This is a car you can actually go shopping every day, and you know what? You'll get away with it. Try going shopping in an Aventador every day. It's just not the same. It wouldn't be the same. So that's the exterior of the car. It looks bananas. In my opinion, it looks fabulous. I like that vibe. I think it's amazing. As you come inside to the interior here, you've got the exclusive, lovely sort of red and black leather with the red sections of the armrest, the bottom half of the dashboard, the perforated red stitching on the leather seats here, and you've also got the Lamborghini embroidered into the headrest, and that looks good. But then there is tons of leather on the dashboard, on the door cards, everywhere. Functionality wise, you've got heated seats, you've got ventilated seats, and you've got massaging seats, which is great, more than great, because normally supercars don't really give you all them creature comforts. They normally rip out as much as possible to take the weight off it, so it handles better and it drives better and it goes faster and all that. But this one, you have got all them creature comforts. This one then has a few extras, because remember, the Lamborghinis Urus do come very well spec'd as standard anyway, but then it's always nice to have the other bits, like the panoramic tilt and sliding roof, the Bang & Olufsen sound system. For me, two very big key features. Other specifications like the heads-up display, which is amazing. I've mentioned this so many times in all my different videos. When you're driving cars like this, or any car really, I think heads-up display should be just standard on every single car. That's the truth. Because I think it's a safety thing. Because so many times I've seen people looking for navigation and they're looking away, or speed and they're looking down. I've said this so many times, it's good, it's in front of you. And in today's market, a lot of the more up-to-date media and sort of virtual dashboards and heads-up display, it shows you the speed that you should be going on that particular road. And I think that's an awesome feature, because sometimes if you're in an area that you're not familiar with, you don't know if it's 70 or 50 or whatever it could be. And I think that's pretty cool. Very cool, as a matter of fact. Around the car, you'll also notice other features. Obviously, there's lots of Lamborghini styling and badging and logos everywhere, as you'd expect. The flat bottom steering wheel, the Lamborghini colours on the steering wheel, the golden around the badging. It looks and feels exactly as you'd expect it to. It feels like a spaceship, I'll be honest with you, but against a Lamborghini, I expect it. All the switches and buttons are fabulous. Because remember, it's a Lamborghini Urus. And I'm driving it in normal, what you call road mode, not in sport or track. And I'm driving it normal. You could drive this car normal every day and not be out of place. It's absolutely mega. It's insane, as a matter of fact. You've then got the full Lamborghini virtual dashboard here, which you can configure and change. The navigation system is very easy to use and up to date and modern with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You've got obviously the dual zone climate control, sliding armrest, wireless charging pad, the full Alcantara roof line in here. I love the car, but at the end of the day, it's a Lamborghini, which then takes me on to sport mode, where it changes the tone of the exhaust straight away, opens the valves up, and that's the difference. Lamborghini always builds their engines in V10s and V12s and all that. Now, this being the V8, you would naturally think, oh yeah, this is no good. It's not really that. It is. It's very good. It's responsive, it's accurate, it's powerful, it's fabulous. And I mean, it is absolutely insane. The smile this car puts on your face is brilliant, because it's a car you don't want to get out of. So when you put in Corsa mode, I'll put the window down a little bit so you can hear it. Obviously, it is quite violent, it is quite aggressive, but it's a Lamborghini, it's supposed to be violent, so like... Caught me off guard there. It does what a Lamborghini is supposed to do. It puts a smile on your face, and you turn into a kid instantly. Because that burbling there, this is a stock car. Now remember, this has the torque vector in rear wheel drive, and so it brakes around corners. I'm about to approach a roundabout, I'm not going to be silly with it. But I'll tell you something, for a car that weighs 2,200 kilograms, it handles, and I mean it handles. Somehow it goes against everything it should do. It shouldn't handle the way it does. But it does. How good does that sound? You have to agree, that is a sound you can't get bored of. I've said this so many times, you know, when you're driving a Lamborghini or something of this sort of level, you wouldn't even have the music on, because the sound of the engine is that nice, and the exhaust, you wouldn't want anything else disturbing that. And I mean, I know it sounds like I'm being weird, but I'm not. That's the truth. It's just mind-blowing. Remember, you have the paddle shifts, obviously, 8-speed gearbox in there. Like I said before, there's lots of good, super fast SUVs out there now, but they're not quite a Lamborghini Urus. They're not. And I've driven them, all of them. And they're nice. They're nice in their own ways. I just think someone who wants a Lamborghini but wants a practicality side of stuff, wants to look super cool, wants to stand out a little bit, this is the one. With the right spec, on a 22 registration. Currently you can't get these cars. It's so hard to get hold of. I have been waiting patiently to do a video on a Urus, because the last 2 or 3 Uruses that we had, we sold them instantly, literally as they went live. And no doubt this will be the same. So the first opportunity, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this. I think some of the viewers want to see it. I had a guy asking me to do one, so I thought, you know what, you'll enjoy it, because I certainly am. For me, this is the best sports car SUV. Sports SUV. Super sports SUV. It's fabulous. 22, 700 miles on, in the right specification and the colour, with a beautiful interior, 650 brake horsepower at 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. One last bit for you. And what a sound. Guys, thanks for watching. Like and follow. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.